expand it so that we can take advantage of multiple of the features. So GitLab has the ability to ingest tests,
Yep.
if you're familiar with that, and then also show code coverage.
Correct. Yeah.
Are you able to have both of those reports run in the same job? Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Let me find a piece of my screen that I can share quickly. Uh,
Because I tried it and I'm using Jacoco, so I don't need to run that Python script that converts everything, right? I can just run the native functionality, I think.
so one that I'm familiar with, the GitLab component, the Ruby components one that I helped to build. And in there we have the test job, which, as I think you're saying, basically has both the kind of coverage and the test report essentially, which are sort of
Yes.
similar but subtly different. Yeah, yeah.
Doesn't matter what order they come in.
I wouldn't have thought no, because it's a YAML file, right? So I'm fairly confident that a YAML basically translates to a hash, if that makes sense, and it's like an array would possibly be indexed. So like that bit, but these bits, no, I don't think so. Hey,
Hello.
Marco.
Hey,
Hello, Mark.
how you doing?
I'm fine.
Good, good. You?
Uh, pretty good, pretty good. I came back from a customer, so I still have to to catch up with myself.
Cool, cool. So sorry, Jim. You said so. You've got both working independently, have you? But you're struggling to get them working together, or
Well, I put the code cover or the coverage report in there after my after my test report, and it's just not coming back with code coverage at all. So
okay. So you're. I don't know. Is it JUnit or is it something different in Java world for the test?
it's JUnit,
Cool.
and we're
Okay,
using Coco.
so that seems to be working. I'm just going to see if I've got any pipelines to sort of merge
Let me take a look at how I have it set up.
what you basically would get. So, okay, interestingly, I can't see. Let's see if tests ran. Okay, they're running in downstream pipelines here. But if I go to the contributor platform, that uses this Ruby component, I think. So we should be able to see an example of, yeah, so we got the test summary that basically tells us how many tests, and we can go down and we can drill down in more detail. And then on the changes tab, if it hasn't expired, maybe it has expired. Oh no, yeah, we get this. So the first thing is the JUnit, the result of JUnit, this bit here, and then the color code in here is the result of the coverture coverage Bob.
Now, does that report only run if you do a merge request?
Good question. I can't remember how we've got it configured. I think test runs for most pipelines in this instance.
Right. Tests seem to run every time, but we're merging directly to main or pushing directly to main.
Right.
Without merge requests. So I'm wondering if that's the problem.
Yeah, so I think the only place to actually visualize this code coverage is in a merge request.
Well, you have the badges too, don't you? The little code coverage badges.
Yeah, but that's just coming from yet something different again. That's coming from this bit. So we've got three different things to do with tests. We've got the code coverage percentage, which is extracted from the job log, basically using a regular expression. We've got the sort of number of tests and whether they failed or each one failed or succeeded, like the kind of test report. And then we've got the code coverage, like visualization. Um, so yeah, this I think the only place to sort of that leverages this is within the diff on a merge request.
Okay. So coverage is probably what I need then.
Yes, if you want the badge that shows the coverage, yes, I think it's this that you'll need.
Okay. Thank you.
No worries. One off the list, enough one, or
Yeah, I'll let someone else go because I
hey
don't want to take up all the time.
everyone, who wants to go
Hi
next?
everyone, how are you?
Yeah, great, you.
I'm great. Uh, I think we met the previous week
Yeah,
about an issue. Yeah, I've got another issue if you would like to take a look at it.
yeah, love to.
Yeah, so I think it's this probably maybe the same issue. I sent the link. So the pipelines here run for a normal member, but for a community contributor, it doesn't run. It
Mm.
fails.
Got it. Okay, yeah.
Could be some tokens not being present or expired for the fork.
Could be. Let's just check. So, or maybe even depending on whether it's trying to push images to a registry. I wonder if the registry is even enabled.
No,
One of the drops also seems to be a release drop, and I wonder if that even should run for a community contributor.
Well, I mean, you wouldn't have thought a release job would run on a merge request full stop, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
um,
Well, you can go to line, I've sent the link,
yeah,
line
perfect.
1760. I think the issue is there because that's the wrong branch to, I don't know what's happening there, but yeah, that's wrong. That's not the previous head position. Yeah. So I think the issue is there because if you make a difference between like the pipeline that was run by the normal member, the previous head position was correct.
So, what
uh,
is this one?
there's also. Oh, that's not a merged result.
I also could be going crazy, but thought I saw ASDF, which I thought that was sunset. So how old is the merge request?
For days.
4 days. Well, how? When did the when did the code get pulled? If that makes sense. I
So
swear I
I'm
saw
not sure.
5 commits behind, so should be.
right there.
There's SDF in this one,
Okay, so it's just deleting
but
then, right?
not in this other one. Yes, there might just be some legacy, like
Okay.
housekeeping, let's call it, maybe.
Uh, I think the head difference might come from merge result pipelines instead versus merge request pipelines.
Let's just have a look if it's a valid. I mean, it is a valid commit a week ago, so it kind of makes sense that your merge request. See if it matches the quite remember how to. So the source branch is 5 commits behind. How do I? If there's an easy way for me to say, would it be the? Oh yeah, it'd be the graph maybe, where I can kind of see what the head or the base is for this. Because it's in the fork, right? So, yeah, so this is your even find that. So it does seem a bit weird. Like it looks like your head or base or whatever you want to call it should be this commit.
Yeah, exactly.
Being said, what even is?
Could it
What
be
is
a
this?
cache issue, maybe?
So what's this? What's his job? Build integration. This is remote add integration. Git fetch. Oh, but then does it even matter? Because it's just sort of saying this is where I was, but then I've checked out this branch. I don't even think the previous head position, I don't even know if that's important, to be honest. Because the head is check this out, so it kind of doesn't matter.
Oh, tool not installed for shim GDK. It's not. It's trying to update GDK.
So self update is 0. I mean, as silly as it sounds, is it worth? So if this has just happened once, oh no, okay, so it happened here. And happened again here. I was going to suggest we just try again. Wonder if we are to look at community merge requests.
But it failed. I'm looking at the first pipeline that ran on the logs, and it failed to install Aqua Koalaman shell check. I vaguely remember something related to Aqua that had to be changed because it was pulling from a broken.
Yeah, it's just so old that like that's a problem from a long time ago, right?
Yeah.
So you're only 5 commits behind the top, which is May. So sorry, you're saying that from the first one, is it? Let's try this.
5 days ago, Kev opened an issue, Veil 3.11.2 installation times out for some users. Yeah, that's similar.
Right. So should we do it? Should we rebase?
It's still open, the issue.
Oh, okay. Okay, it's not solved.
Yeah. So there's other people mentioning that it's happening not only for Veil, but also for shell check. So it seems related to what we are saying.
So they're installing shell check directly in here.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder why they're not using the Docker for it.
So this is building a Docker image, I think, right? I think. Or is it? Yeah, I think this is building a Docker image.
Yeah.
So it's basically installing everything and compiling everything and building the Docker image. So
what is that Docker image used for then down the line? Just for testing? Or
yeah,
does it
I
actually?
don't. I mean, we've got a number of them, right? We've got one we use on GitHub. We've got one we use in GitLab workspaces. We've got one that I think might be used by the GitLab pipeline. I would. I know there's two failures, but I would definitely be tempted to rebase can never help, and then that'll trigger a new pipeline anyway. Let's see if it's consistent. And yeah, we've got, where is it? This issue. What kind of investigation has happened so far?
It might also be at the last comment, if they try to export those variables and that seems to have fixed it. Probably if those variables have been set on the CI/CD environment for the GitLab development kit, running the pipeline as a GitLab developer has those variables instead
Let
of
me check. I'll just stop sharing for a second. I doubt they have, but I'll have a look because I could then set those variables either temporarily or permanently on. No, so they're not set for the canonical project. I would say, yeah, rebase, let a new pipeline run. We'll see what happens. If it fails again, we'll try setting those CI variables temporarily in the fork and see what happens. But it looks flaky to me, and I think because of the fact that it's a job that takes, am I right in thinking that it takes like an hour to run or something insane or quite a long time? So the chances of something going wrong are really high.
I've also got a question if you are done with the one you're working on.
Are you happy to rebase that and give that pipeline another try, and we'll see if it does the same thing or behaves differently. Give that a try. I won't do it myself because it'll run a canonical pipeline. So I'll let you go ahead and do that. Yay, far away.
All right. Let me share my screen really quick. If I can find the button. There it is. It's a big green button. Damn. There we go. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yep.
There's this test that has been failing basically ever since I cloned this thing and started working on it. Anyone got any idea how to fix that one?
I mean, it's is it Golang, right? So it's a great start for me. I would probably try using Duo, which I imagine you probably already have done, but
The thing is, it works on CI, but it only fails for me locally, but like, it's just annoying that it fails locally. Sorry.
So can you have a look at the test? Because I did have a poke around on this project. And
There's a test here.
okay. Can you go down a bit to where the actual test code is? Okay, set environment. So it's creating a temporary directory. Requirements and other list tags. Is it? Do you know what in what branch it's going? I mean, in which part of the if? If it's want are true or it's going into the else?
I do not know. Since this was completely unrelated to my change, I have no idea. This is invalid repository. Let me check.
Okay, yeah, invalid repository. So one error is true.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's expected. Oh, okay. So it's expecting to get not a Git repository or any of the parent directories and blah, blah, blah. But you have or any parent up to mount point. It's a different message. Can you try to have a look around in your code for or any parent up to mount point?
That's a standard.
Yeah, I was about to say that's a
Yeah,
standard Git.
I'm seeing this message that says about Git
Only in the
discovery
output.
across file system is not set. I wonder if we should set that environment variable.
I was just going to ask, is it set in the CI pipeline?
I have no idea. I can check if there's anything. It's in the
YAML itself, I guess, right? And this project is what project? This is the client Go, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Because
doesn't seem to be in here.
this
I can't
particular-
check what's set on the repository though.
I'll see if I've got access, but I don't think I have.
Because this particular issue, I think, had to do with the security issue that they patched a few years ago, where anyone could run any hooks anywhere on the system.
Got it. So it's either that or we can make the.
Let me check when this code was last touched. Where is it? There. Okay, it was fairly recently touched last year.
Yeah, I don't have access to check those CI variables for that project, unfortunately.
I would. if you want to, you can try to set the environment variable up above on line 495 to set the other environment variable.
Oh, since it's testing, it's gonna get reset, right? Because I don't want that thing to be set on my system.
I assume it would, yeah.
Yeah, it's not going, it's only for the test.
Yeah. Because my system isn't the most hardened, but yeah. I
Do you
just assume the value is true for that. Let me actually double check.
Because I don't actually know how that, if it would be true like that or like Boolean true.
I think it's all right to set it as a string.
Yeah, string I think is fine.
Yeah, I mean the test passes now,
Woohoo!
but I wonder if it's only on my system or on, I don't know, can maybe anyone just
In
clone the
theory,
repository real quick and check if you have that too?
the test is not dependent of your system environment variables. The environment is isolated to the test.
I mean, ideally, yeah, but we all know developers make stupid decisions that lead to stuff being linked to the test. Basically, just if anyone could sanity check it really quick.
See if I've got that project. I don't.
Across classes.
I have actually. Whether I've got Golang. Hold on. Is it main or master?
Main. I'm not on main here right now, but that shouldn't matter too much.
Should I just run go test or something more specific?
You can do make test.
Make test.
Strange that I can't even find that string inside of the repo.
Well, it's a Git error, isn't it? Like it's coming from Git itself, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a standard Git error.
Yeah, but I would oh, okay.
Okay, I think everything passed. The output is a bit. I don't really understand the output, to be honest.
I mean, if something failed, it would say it failed.
Yeah, I've got 2 question marks and 5 okays.
Yeah, if it didn't say something failed, then nothing failed. The question marks are just tasks being skipped because you are not on CI and don't have some environment. That is fine because that doesn't show as a failed test report in Goland at least.
Oh.
It's just if I do run the tests and it says hey your test failed.
Yeah, I think it's probably worth spinning up a separate MR, right, with this one line change to set that environment variable
Also,
and sort of go on.
I just realized there's definitely something linked to the environment here. Let's see if it happens again if I run the tests again. Or if it cached it now, but for some tests it seemed like I needed to enter my GPG password.
Oh.
That's
Because the test stopped, I entered my GPG password and it continued.
so
Weird.
there are some tests, especially for the Git part, that tries to set up a temporary Git repository locally on the host system.
Yeah.
If it's something that you set on globally on Git,
True.
it may mess with the tests because they're not isolated. They're running on your actual file system.
Yeah.
So you almost need to run that in a what's that developer thing that?
Container.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Yeah. Ideally, you could use a dev container for this. So that
I mean, yeah, this thing doesn't have a dev container as far as I'm aware.
doesn't? Really?
It doesn't have a dev container, it only has Gitpod.
Huh. It wouldn't be too messy to set up it as a dev container.
Probably not, but it works like this right now, and we should probably figure out and I'll need to check how exactly this emulating creating a temporary Git stuff works here, and then maybe we should inject a custom Git config that
Oh,
overrides the system-wide stuff for these kinds of things.
let me see if I can find. Yeah. So there's inside of the test folder, there are some a test data folder with some sub Git folders. Let's put it that way. That are copied in tests, if I remember correctly.
Sorry, where? Okay, I
Yeah,
pulled something somewhere else.
in the root folder, there's the test folder.
Mm-hmm.
And inside of that test folder, you have the test data folder again. And the folders contained in there are copied over when they are testing and setting up some
I
temporary
see.
environments.
Yeah, I'll need to look into that then. Yeah. I need to look into how exactly that works because I shouldn't need to enter my GPG password.
No.
Also, it should be related or at least used inside of the internal git test helpers.go file. There are a bunch of functions that can be used to initialize a git repo in a temporary folder.
Yeah, yeah, I probably should add the GPG stuff here. Or is there any test that requires the GPG? Okay, it doesn't seem to be there. There also doesn't seem to be anything code-wise related to signing, so I'm just assuming there's no tests that actually require signing.
Yeah, I think it's just coming from your old.
Yeah, because I have my system configured to always sign commits.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that was my question, so I'm done then.
Awesome. Anyone else?
I have nothing.
Oh, I just got a phone call. Won't be 2 seconds.
1, 2.
Time's up.
Damn, be lying to us. Only question that I have about this is if I should put this stuff in a completely unrelated MR.
I would.
You would? So just put it in there, or what? Should I create a separate MR for that?
I would create a separate MR because it's kind of related, but it's solving a different issue, and they may have other things to say about it.
Yeah, and the MR already has 88 comments.
I would definitely open a different.
Yeah. All right. That means let's do a git status.
There's actually an open issue about adding support for dev containers to have a standardized environment for contributors.
Oh, come on.
What, did I miss anything exciting?
Nothing exciting.
Are we on something different? We got anything else on the list?
As long, following up from that message, are you fine with me just closing all those?
Well, I would try and find someone because I'm guessing you won't be able to see, but there are a number of confidential issues in that project as well. I'm sure it's one that I've seen before and kind of questioned whether they should all be confidential because they do seem to have like people's names and customers and bits and pieces, but I just
So
they
it looks
don't
like
really.
it's used for training, and then after training, so they use it as like a check sheet,
Yeah.
and then it should just the issue should be discarded or something, or
Yeah.
definitely marked confidential.
What's that? Sorry.
Definitely marked confidential. There is a PR to default them all to confidential.
What, like in an issue template or something like that, or
Yes. So if you take a look at, there's an MR on that repository too.
yeah, I see it 8 months ago. Nice. Are there new, like, are all the issues old, or are there new ones in there as well?
They're all from about 2 years ago.
I wonder if it's like still used and actively. Oh no, 2 weeks ago, 2 months ago, 5 months ago. So there's not much recent in there, but
They might be
yeah.
confidential ones that I can't see.
No, I've just gone to open issues, sorted by a created date.
I think I have my sort the wrong way.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So it's like I think it'll be fine to close out. The thing is, there's like 360 of them, so it will look awesome on our metrics if you do it, but it's going to be a bit painful for you to do. Although I say that there's 360 that I can see. Let's just say confidential no, see how many that. Oh, there's still 345 of them. So if you want to sit there and go through that, pain feel free.
I will
But
just use
maybe
GQL.
what's that? Sorry.
I'll use the graph to do that. GraphQL. Write a script that hits your API.
Oh yeah. I mean, by all means, you could do that. The other thing is, I could just close them all like in bulk with the bulk edit, and then just award you bonus points.
If you
like,
want to do that, that's fine with me too.
So let's. I don't know if there's any day.
If you do, you can also bulk mark them confidential too, right?
Maybe that's an easier way, yeah, rather than closing them on the assumption. Although, if they're not assigned to the person, then the person who they're for won't be able to see them. But yeah, let's just do that. So I've currently got my screen to show 100 at a time. What's the chances of being able to bulk update 100? 100 issues at a time
Well,
without something timing out or exploding or so that
shouldn't time out because the bulk update loops through all the issues selected, as far as I remember.
Pass is a comma separated string of issue IDs.
Okay, so that's better. Because I remember when I did the bulk move, that had to be something one by one.
Failed. Assume it timed out. Let's see if I rerun the query for non-confidential, if that number's gone down or not. 328. So it obviously got a certain way through, about 20 of them before it timed out. Maybe I should reduce my page size to something a bit more appropriate. How many points? You get 5 points for closing an issue, Jim?
I don't actually remember.
Should be able to see on your, yeah.
For some reason, I want to say it's 2. But if you label them, that's an additional 1 point, I think.
No, it's 1 point. Yeah, 1 point for label, 5 points for closing.
Oh, it is 5 points? Okay.
Oh, that time I think it succeeded in doing 100, making 100 confidential at the same time. Select all.
So that'd be 1725. Is that correct?
What points?
Yes.
I was lazy. I just did 300 times 5. Sorry, Jim.
That's fine.
Give or take, rounded.
What's the caching time on that progress bar?
Oh, because that takes you up, does it, to the next level? I hope it'll update within 5 minutes. So while we're on the call, I think it updates every time there's like scheduled jobs that run every 5 minutes that import data from GitLab and do some other things, and I think they trigger a sort of refresh of that. Yes, yeah, as I say, we'll find out in a minute.
Yeah, that will put me above.
Maybe a bit of a not like GitLab specific question, but more general question. What resources do y'all recommend for learning Ruby?
Good question. I'm sure I've seen something before.
So there is a repository that GitLab has for that, actually.
Oh, nice.
I see issues in it all the time, and I don't touch them. So now it's just, where do I find them? Um,
You don't touch them because you haven't had to do anything with them, or you don't touch them because you won't touch them with a 10-foot pole?
because I don't know what that repository does.
Ah, I see.
Um, I'll have to find it and put it in Discord.
Sure. Yeah.
Does anyone else enjoy? I don't know if you schedule pipelines, but I'm just looking to see when the next pipeline runs for the contributor platform, and it says that the next run was 5 minutes ago.
Good.
It's like, is that a double negative? I don't know. I don't know. So my suspicion is that means it's imminent. That
Is that
threshold.
like sitting close to glued to the window as soon as you press order on something, waiting for the package?
Yeah, I feel like it. Oh, I don't know. I must be like on a threshold, right? A boundary where it's like, well, it's it it should happen now, so it should have already happened, but it hasn't already happened, so it's now gone. Or now it's 6 minutes ago. This is the cron scheduler must be a little bit on the. Well, I'm guessing it must be pretty overloaded, right? On GitLab. I don't
Or
know.
it's like some of those physics things, as soon as you observe them, they don't happen.
Yeah. 7 minutes ago was the last. Now I'm really confused. Okay, it's running. It's running.
Okay.
Open gym. In a minute. Once this pipeline completes, we'll be good to go. Right, so I've marked them all as confidential. So they vanish. That's all that really matters, right?
I don't know if it's my computer or not, but it's slow to load the page. I'm forced refreshing.
Which page?
The
Contributors.
contributor pay. Jim's waiting for his level 4 badge, like on the
Level
edge of
5.
us.
It'd be level 5, not 4.
No, it's level
Oh,
4, and
level 4. Oh, my bad. I misread that.
yeah, I think so. I mean, I'm hoping it works as designed. Impatient. On job.
One opportunity.
Stare at the same drying paint that I'm staring at. Aha!
Oh, but the level is still 3.
What on the user profile on GitLab?
Oh, no, I was looking at the leaderboard.
Or on
Leaderboard still
there.
says 3.
Or on there.
But
Or on there.
the other one, I'll just share my screen. Or you're
Wonder
sharing it.
why. What causes that to?
I bet it's caching at a different level. Because that's no. Change the from date. I'm wondering if
To
it's calculating it off of not over time overall. Do past
no.
year.
No, it's still 3.
Go. Hold on. Let me try.
Is there a reason there isn't an all-time option?
No, not particularly. No, I don't see. No real reason why we shouldn't. I guess maybe sort of, I don't know what you want to call it, not deliberately or whatever, but we haven't got all data in here, if that makes sense. So when did we start this? A couple of years ago? So probably dates back to like the beginning of 2023 or something like that.
I mean, can't you batch or process all the other stuff too? Like at least for the GitLab stuff.
So we sort of consciously decided not to. I mean, there's a lot of data, and yeah, we sort of consciously sort of said there's no point in bringing in, but especially because we've changed all the criteria as well. So it would kind of be fairly pointless to go back past a certain point. But yeah, okay, it goes back a couple of years. So.
I mean, all time would still then just be since the start of data collection, which would still be pretty useful.
Yeah. I still think you can put an all time on here, and whilst it's sort of like maybe misleading or whatever. I mean, you could maybe even when you select all time, it could still only go back to whatever the date is that we started ingesting data.
Yeah. And probably if you do all time, the from date should probably still show the correct data, but be disabled.
Yeah, so what happens at the moment is as soon as you like change the date, it just sets that to custom. So
yeah, that
I
should
think
then
that's
also.
okay. Trying to remember, we obviously are caching this, but we probably don't really need to. I don't know.
Well, it's not caching the image because the level is computed on the backend.
Yeah, I mean, so the leaderboard comes from a materialized view, which is essentially a cached view. But I don't really know why we store the contributor. Probably because we pull everything from the view without needing to do any joins, I guess. But that join would be so I don't know what you would call it, like optimized or whatever, then like I don't see why we're bothering including that in there. So if we look in BitBay,
Common components contributors table.
no, I'm looking for the database. Yeah, database views. Right, the activity summary view.
It's coming from the user.
But it is in the view, which is cached. So a little bit confused by those. So recent activity summaries in the last 90 days. So do you know what? I wonder, I reckon it maybe updates this view before it updates the user. So I wonder if now your user's been updated on the next cycle. So let's just have a look back at this.
So we should know in a minute, right? Because it
I
runs every
think
5 minutes.
Yeah, so the import 5 minutes ago, there's another one running now. I reckon by the end of this one, wishful thinking and all that, that it will have updated.
So are there any plans for contributor levels higher than 4 or 5, or?
I mean, we do intend to do it, but we haven't really got as far as starting those wheels in motion. Like clearly the fact that you seen like where we do say somewhere, I thought we said somewhere, maybe on my own here, the next level up is coming soon. We do intend to do it. We also intend to have a, well, again, haven't figured anything out, but probably for each quarter, we'll kind of take the top X number of people, and there'll be a bit like, we have the notable contributor awards. We'll probably do something like that, but just not someone that's done any specific, like, standout one thing, but just the kind of consistency of contributions, and to make sure that we're including now, we've got people that are doing translations and various other activities that aren't tracked in the same way. And I think
If you introduce more levels, I only have one request.
Yes, I'm 4
Make
now.
make the progression from 92 to 99 like the same amount of points than level 1 to 92 is. That's my only request.
You've completely lost me. Let progression from
the amount of points required going from level 1 to level 92 should be the same amount of points required to go from level 92 to level 99.
What, and that would be infinity, or?
I have no idea.
Are you saying just logarithmic, essentially?
I'm just saying pull a RuneScape 2007 leveling move.
Oh.
I think that, yeah, exponential, where like basically by the time you get to that, it's so high that it's out of control. But yeah, so I'm sure we had some kind of, so what is it? It's 11. There's two different ways we looked at it, actually. One was like that this would happen when you raise your first merge request. Not when it's merged, when you raise it, and then this is like after a few. But also there's other ways. Obviously, if you raise 5 issues, you would also hit this. But yeah, this is 20 times higher than this. This is 5 times higher than this. This is 5 times higher than this. So yeah, I don't know what we'd go for next. Whether we would go for another 5x, or
so let me ask this. With the contributor, you said there were scheduled jobs. Where do those jobs live?
So those jobs live in the project.
Yeah, they also just CI jobs.
Yeah.
So they call what script, though?
So if you look in the CI YAML, you'll see the various. So like.
Oh, you you put them in the actual CI instead of pointing to that CI folder. Okay.
Yes. So data import, for example, I think it's the one that runs every 5 minutes. And I haven't got as far as check in.
Yep.
There you go.
Cool.
So just 10 minutes. We had to wait for 5 minutes for the kind of level up and the points to kind of flow in, and then another 5 minutes for the level to stay.
And at what level do you get the drop offer?
Yeah, I mean it can't hurt, right? It definitely can't hurt. But I like, I'm sure I'm allowed to say this, but so me and Raymond, like both on the contributor success team, were community contributors. And I think that like it was sort of interesting situations, if you know what I mean. Like I was working for myself, so it wasn't really considered poaching, but obviously the thing that would not impress our customers would be if we were to recruit our staff, if that makes sense. So like our customers are paying us money to use our project. They're doing us a huge kind of favor by having their staff contributing to our product as well. If we were then to poach their staff, that would be I think that'd be frowned upon, right?
I mean, you just go in the onboarding issue. Just go interested in receiving a job offer upon reaching level X.
Nice. But yeah, we've definitely had like a lot of we have a steady flow of contributors joining. I'm sure Marco, you've seen quite a few.
Good. Yes.
I mean, it makes sense. You basically skip a lot of the onboarding.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. Right. I think we're wrapped up. It feels like we maybe didn't solve, but definitely covered a lot of issues. So thanks everyone for joining, and I'll see you all next week.
Yep.